Hello, I'm Andrew Brunson, and I was looking up what Andrew meant in Hebrew because that's gonna be kind of what I'm talking about a little bit today, and I couldn't find an answer. But in Greece, it means like manliness or masculine or something. And I guess why that was is because the apostle Andrew with Jesus ventured up to Greece mostly. He wasn't mentioned much in the Bible as far as I've read so far. Thought someone came outside. Um, But looking at Hebrew and Judaism, I guess the first one we should look at for Hebrew before Judaism, because this preordains it but sets it up, is the 7 laws of Noah. After Noah's Ark, a rainbow came, and I guess that was either a sign or God spoke to Noah from the rainbow. I don't know. Uh, the first is do not deny God, do not blaspheme against God, do not murder, do not illicit sex. I just put don't adultery, basically. Don't steal, don't eat from a live animal, and establish courts so that people can follow order. Um, and then it basically took until Abraham, which is Noah's son, and some lineage. I don't know how long. Judaism is the started, and he made the covenant with them. So they're like Abrahamic Hebrew Judaism things. I'm still learning about it. But Judaism is like the foundational text, the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, the 10 Commandments that he got that Moses got on Mount Sinai. Leviticus has the law in it, and Exodus is the history, and yeah. But then after Judaism comes Mishnah, and that's like oral teachings and traditions, and that's like how judgment or reference of living biblical law is kind of passed down or used. So I understand it. My theory is perhaps when casting judgment in between severity and mercy and of situations, which we'll know why I use those 2 words in a little bit, of situation instead of distinct guidelines. Like, you could be like, well, he didn't do quite this, or he was an accomplice, so we'll punish him, equally but not as long, something like that. And then Kabbalah is an ancient tradition of mystical interpretation of Bible. It means parallel corresponding received tradition, apparently. Um, is the esoteric, or also known as wise teachings, relationship towards the finite and infinite that defines nature and the human being, or it attempts to, if you can understand it. Nature and its purpose of existence. Sometimes use classical Jewish teachings. Sometimes they use classical Jewish teachings, which I suppose you would look past instant ascertainment and look towards what it will bring you in the future. Now I got the 7 laws of Noah over there. I kind of skipped ahead and went back. And I'm going to go back again. The tree of Sephiroth, which is the tree of life in Kabbalah, Judaism. I think it's for Kabbalah, though. It starts with the crown, and then number 2 is wisdom. And there's 22 paths, but only 10 spheres. The crown's like your main thing. Then comes wisdom, and that goes to intelligence. And from there you go to mercy, then fear or severity, then grace, then from victory to honor to foundation to kingdom. But once you get to grace, you can actually start over at crown, because if you have grace and you're doing everything correctly, there's no need to go to further. I mean, like, if you have grace, why do you need honor or victory, or shouldn't grace be your foundation or your kingdom? Like, it kind of could start over, and that's called like Ansoff or just Ansoff or something like that. That's like the depictionary of it. And basically, it can stack the crown under grace and start the process over again, probably infinite times. You can look up the secret of the golden flower, is I think another name for it. And it just shows you a bunch of like little circles stacked on top of each other. And it's talking about this, I think, to a degree. But this is what this does as well, in my opinion. And it's like it could be like sun densities. If you draw rings around it, you'd see the different levels and how it replicates. And how there'd be lamellar structures, as I talked about in What's Up with Space, or whatever I called that segment, which are layered structures, like a sun has, hydrogen up top, then, whatever, it's 2 below that, then 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, so that's mostly that for now. Thank you, bye. I'll talk more about Hebrew and Judaism hopefully when I learn more. Thank you, bye.